Hey y'all, welcome to the Feeling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. We are looking at the VIX, and as you can see, we've been trading in this sideways, or what I like to say, the gathering spot, right? So I always say, where are the trouble places? So as of right now, our support area is around this 2009 area under the 5 EMA. It seems like we're having trouble here. Now to the upside, if by chance we break back above, let's say $20.94, we could possibly have trouble here at 2099, again at 2102. If we break 2102, 2105, which is really close, if we should break that 2105 area, we can come back and have trouble around 2115. Beyond the 2115, we could possibly have trouble here at 2124. If we break that 2124, 2130, which is this ATR trailing stop, in my opinion, strong support or strong resistance, we could possibly have trouble at that 2130. Now if we break the 2130, we can have trouble at 2136 and again 2145. Those are going to be trouble places for the VIX to the upside. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under this level of $20.75, we could possibly find support at 2064, 2053, or 2037. If we break 2037, we can come back to the 2030 and the 2008. Now those are support and resistance, or trouble places to the upside and the downside, as I like to say, for the VIX. And normally I look at the VIX because it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. So we are now looking at the SPY. It closed at 576.13. SPY is an inside day candle. So I always say, where are the trouble places? As you can see, we've been trading in this zone here, right? We've been here between this line and this line. We have been at this place. So the trouble places to the upside, if by chance we break above this level of 576.15 area here, we could possibly have trouble at 576.37. If we break the 576.37, 576.57, if we should break that level, then 576.91 or 90 could be a trouble place, which is kind of like a gathering spot for us, that 576.90. 577.06. If we break the 577.06, 577.19, 577.58, and if we break the 577.58, 577.71 could be trouble places to the upside. Now to the downside, if by chance we break down under 575.71, 575.71, we could possibly have trouble at 575.24, which is this ATR trailing stop, and we've been here a few times and it's been a strong support for us. So anything under this, meaning we've broken through a level of support, strong support for the SPY, 575.24. So if we break that level, just know 575 even, 574.90, 574.68, under 574.68, 574.51, 574.37, 574.22, which is really close to 574.13, which is this 200 EMA on the 30-minute chart. So again, those are trouble places for the SPY to the upside and to the downside. And as I mentioned, SPY is an inside day candle. Now if by chance we break above 577.62, the upside target is 577.71. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under 574.51, we have a downside target for the SPY today at 572.55. And what's interesting today is because we have economic data coming out today. Today is October the 11th, and at 8:30 we have course PPI. Yesterday was CPI, today is PPI. So is that going to move the market today? Y'all know I always say, in the market anything is possible, nothing is guaranteed. So if you trade the SPY today, I always say trade carefully. So now we're looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 238.77. Y'all, we had that look how it has dropped down from the 238.77 down. I think that robo taxi information or event was yesterday. So from 238.77 down to 222.06, and as you can see, we have been at this place before. We're finding support at a previous gathering spot for Tesla. So where are the trouble places? What I like to say, right? So to the upside, right now the 223.93 area is a support area. If we going back to the upside, 224.57 is going to be a trouble place. 225.21 is a trouble place. 226.13 again at 227.41. 228.10. 229.06. 229.86. If we break the 229.86 area, 230.82. 231.15 and 231.60 are places to the upside that I would watch for resistance when I say trouble places for Tesla. And now to the downside, if by chance we come back under this level of 222.98, we can have trouble here around 222 even. If we lose that support, we can have trouble here at 219.75, 217.99, and 217.30. Under 217.30 for Tesla, which is right here, we can come back to 215.99 and again 214.89. And Tesla normally exceeds its ATR for the day, and that's just the average true range for the stock. And no, we're not looking at all of this. We're just looking at this $9.87, which is the ATR for the day for Tesla. So if you trade Tesla, again, it normally exceeds its ATR for the day, and it looks as if we're going to gap down. Does not mean we're going to fill that gap back to the upside today. So if again you trade Tesla, trade carefully today. Let's look at Apple just to see where we are today. Apple is an inside day candle. So as of right now, I'm going to see if I can mark those levels of our gathering spot. So as of right now, price has been in this area from Apple, and it has been, let's say, around this area for Apple. If, as you can see, the body, some of the, the bodies of the candles are here. So I kind of say that this would have been our gathering spot. Well, we're above that level. So as of right now, 229.11 is our support. Where are the trouble places to the upside? We could possibly, have trouble that 229.26 area again here at 229.39, 229.50. If we break that 229.53, 229.75, if we break that, those are going to be trouble places for Apple to the upside. Now to the downside, if by chance we come back and break under 228.65, we can find support here at 228.49, which is here where the bodies of the candles here. 228.49, which is the 200 EMA also. So if we break that 228.49, we could possibly have trouble for Apple around the 227.98, which is really close to this ATR trail and stop that's forming. Now if we lose this 227.98 or 91 area, we can come back to the 227.20. And I did mention that Apple was an inside day candle, meaning if we break above 229.53, we have an upside target of 229.75. If we break under 227.20, we have a downside target for Apple at 224.84, 224.83. And let's see how much Apple normally moves on average per day. That is $4.22. That is the ATR for Apple, which is the average true range of the stock. So if you trade Apple today, again, it is an inside day candle. I always say y'all trade carefully. So now let's look at AMD. AMD closed at 164.18. Oh, we came down to this 162 on yesterday, and we've been kind of like trying to get back to the upside, but as of right now, our pre-market support is at 165.38. 165.37 area. Resistance is right here at 165.72. So we could possibly, I need to remove that, we could possibly have trouble in this area here. If by chance we break back to the upside, I would definitely watch the 166.44 area, the 166.79, 167.23, 167.71, or let's see, 167.66, which is really close to this ATR trailing stop at the 167.71. So I will watch those levels for AMD to the upside. Now, we could very well have trouble here at this 200 EMA at 167.93 area. So it's a lot of resistance to the upside here for AMD. Now, if we break this 167.93, we could possibly have trouble at 168.61. So those are places to the upside that I will look for AMD to have some type of trouble, or what I like to say, you know, it's normally resistance or support, right? So to the downside, under 165.40 or 165.37, we can have trouble around 164.83, 164.55, 164.32, 163.69, 163.13, 162.72. Those are trouble places to the upside and to the downside for AMD. So if you trade AMD today, again, I say trade carefully, right? So we're now looking at NVDA. NVDA closed at 134.81. Look, we are trading in this zone. So it looks like we may have a decent move, interesting move. Let me say that. We may have an interesting move today for NVIDIA. Now, I always say pre-market support is here around 134.41. Resistance around 134.91. Where are the trouble places? We could possibly have trouble at 135.67. Again, here at 136.42. Above 136.42. 137.14, above 137.14, 139.10, above 139.10, 140.36. If we should break to the upside. So if you trade NVIDIA, those are places that I would definitely watch to the upside. Now to the downside, under this level here of 134.39, I would watch around the 133.70. We could possibly have trouble in this area, 133.83. That's the 50 EMA and a previous support or resistance area that we had marked. So that 133.70 area, I would definitely watch that to, you know, for support for NVIDIA. Now to the downside, continuing, right? So under that 133.82, 133.05, 132.84, 132.26, 131.81, 131.18, and 130.92. Those are areas for NVIDIA to the upside that we can find support or have resistance. You again, I always say where are the trouble places, right? So if you trade NVIDIA today, y'all, I always say trade carefully. In the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. We do have a few inside day candles, and I'll just give the trigger for those, and we've already reached it for Bank of America. Bank of America, the breakthrough target was $40.13. The target was $40.40. We've made a pre-market high of $40.74 for Bank of America. Now, does that mean we cannot come back to the downside? That is not what it means, because anything is possible, right? So if by chance we break back under 39.76, we have a downside target of 39.72. So Bank of America was an inside day. We have already reached that target for today. Citigroup is an inside day, or C is an inside day candle above 64.11, gives us a target of 64.25. Under 63.06 gives us a 63.02 target. So if you trade Citigroup or C, it is an inside day candle. Disney is an inside day candle. 93.11, if we break above that, 94.04 is the target to the upside. Under 92.69, where is that downside target of 91.45. So if you trade Disney, it too is an inside day candle. Google is an inside day candle. GOOG, or Alphabet, is an inside day candle above 164.37, gives us an upside target of 166.31. Under 161.60 gives us a downside target of 161.07. So if you trade Google, GOOG, it is an inside day candle. GOOGL is an inside day candle. Also, if by chance we break above 163.23, 164.84 is the target. Now to the downside, under 160.26 gives us a downside target of 159.60. So if you trade GOOG or GOOGL, it is an inside day candle. Oracle is an inside day candle for today. Above 178.51 gives us a target of 178.59. No, above 178.51 gives us 178.99. Yes, Now, to the downside, under 174.04 gives us a downside target of 173.85. So I would definitely watch those places if I traded Oracle. And Roblox, RBLX, is an inside day candle. Above 42.40 gives us 42.35. Under 41.13 gives us 41 for Roblox. The downside, we did have a gap to fill. That's what I was looking at. So under the 41.13 gives us $40.50 for Roblox. So if you trade Roblox today or RBLX, I would definitely say trade carefully today. So let's go back to the SPY just to see where we are. Again, we do have economic data coming out. Again, I say trade carefully. In the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. So y'all, I hope these videos are very, very helpful. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day. And once it goes against your why, if you're trading, get out, live to trade another day. So if you could, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, y'all be blessed, as well as a blessing unto others.